John Peters and producer Jeremy Sullivan here with you, our camera crew, as we're ready for the U19 boys chip. Some great action will take place right here on this pitch as the Wolves from Michigan, winners in extra time and PK yesterday, a 3-2 victory over the Chicago Fire, taking on a St. Louis team that had a pretty easy go of it in their semifinal. That was against a Cincinnati Cup squad. And so these two teams now will take the pitch. It will be the Wolves in black with white numbers. And they'll be going against the white jerseys, white pants of the St. Louis Gallager team. St. Louis Scott Gallager, coached by Barney Boyce. And this Michigan Wolves team coached by Ed McCarthy. We've got a little bit of time here. We'll be getting some names and numbers set up for you here as we see the ball go through, and the defensive side, keeper clearing it away for the Wolves, and the wind has died down just a little bit. Had some wind earlier. Had the U17 Girls Championship on this same field. There's a lot of fighting and trying to get some sort of control here. Moving forward, and the Wolves very quickly. Ball that's shot, blasted over the bar. A young man, we'll get you all his info in a moment, who played at UC Santa Barbara, I believe it was last year. And now they're going to be transferring in this coming fall to the University of Michigan. As you see the Wolves on the shirts, this team out of Michigan. And of course, St. Louis Gallager out of Missouri, coming in here, winning their way into this match. Both teams winning 3 matches and tying 1. As we said yesterday, a tough match for the Wolves team. Took it into extra time, into PKs. Came out winners against a good Chicago Fire team. A lot of these players, Division I players from various schools, Michigan State, Marquette, other teams mentioned. Of course, Michigan, we said. Teams out of California. A lot of teams from the Missouri squad played together over the years, as we've talked with some of the fans and coaches. Kind of getting a feel for it here. We see in goal for tall player for Coach Boyce is the keeper Thomas Guile. Ball sent into the box. It's going to be cleared away by the defense. Run down the far side. Flicked away now. Rushing up and booting it back across was Connor Mullen. Ball toward the midfield now. Adam Michaels fighting for that one. Flicked away and maintaining control. A lot of traffic there in the middle of the field. The ball being possessed very carefully. Now a little more space, and the ball booted away. Still waiting on some of the number and name information on the Wolves squad. We have pretty much the entire team for St. Louis. We have names and numbers. We'll try to get those to you as we go. Hard part is many of these jerseys and uniforms change from game to game. One of the captains, Luke Nash, wearing number 47. Brought back in the back. There's Connor Mullen once again. Sends it back to Guile, the keeper. He's in bright yellow, and on the other side in red for the Wolves. Keeper wearing number 1. Ball headed around and hitting the turf is number 11. That's Messerly. Messerly grabs it and boots it into a crowd. Let's see if it stopped there, because otherwise that ball will roll for a while and have to chase it down. Here comes our info for the Wolves team. We can tell you a little more now as the keeper, Peter Tappenden. As we said, wearing number 1, he'll put it into play. Officials here in this championship, as we're just underway. Give you those names here in a minute. Ball right in the middle circle, headed around now, hits the turf. A player you'll hear his name a lot is Ahenge Selemani. players transferring into the University of Michigan. That ball sent away by Thornton. A lot of activity, and it's just a very peaceful area right here. But when you go out on between these two lines, the intensity really ratchets up. A ball into the box. It's tapped around, and a big collision there, but the defense allowing them to move through, and the St. Louis team took advantage, got the ball right in front of the goal. Ball tapped back toward midfield, settled down there. Wolves setting up, sliding through. Good job there by defense. Now possessing it is Mark Segberg. Sends it forward toward Michaels. Ball cleared away. Let's see if it'll make it across the line. It does. Chasing after it. That was James Fiscus. And doing the throw-in will be Sal Caruso. Sal Caruso getting way off to the side. Let's see if he's going to do a long throw into the box. There he goes. He's lining it up. And he does. He's going to take a long throw high and deep into the box. High in the air ahead. That's back around and saved eventually. That was Michaels at first. And then after that, it was Segberg. Two opportunities in the box there already for the St. Louis squad. Hustling down the field, a lot of physicality there. Ball brought quickly the other way. Coming out for it quickly, that'll be Guile. He scoops it up and with the right hand tosses it down the pitch. Ball sent low. Segberg fighting for it. Settles it. So Michaels now, he breaks away. Ball sent back to him on the right side. He sends it through the box and it's cleared away. That'll be a corner for St. Louis. So we're going to refer to these two teams as St. Louis and the Wolves. You'll know who we're talking about. The Michigan Wolves and the St. Louis Scott Gallager team out of Missouri. So St. Louis it is. Wolves it is. St. Louis in white, Wolves in black. It'll be a corner. Let's see, they've corralled the ball, and here comes the ball put into play. A little bend on it. Michaels high in the air with the header. It's punched over the top of the net. That was tapping it up there high with one hand. Tapped it back across the bar, and so we'll have a repeat. Another corner. You see the crowd gathering if you look off to the right of the goal. Just a huge crowd here for this tournament. Big time championship day here. Ball in play in the middle. Michael goes up, but the ball headed back toward the near sideline. Good speed there as we look to see the number 15. That's Ryan Matteo. Matteo showed a lot of speed, a little burst of speed there to the side to corral that ball, but not a real good touch. Send it back across the goal. It'll be a kick in by the puts it into play. Back line well organized for the Wolves. Now they send it forward. A little bit of space. Working it toward the midfield once again. That's done well. Number 7 had a score late in yesterday's match to send it into extra time. 2 15-minute extra time periods, and then the PKs. A ball on the ground, stayed on the ground. Guile up with it, and he makes a quick throw out to the side. Now Guile is about 6'3", or a very big. I may be even giving him not enough credit there. He may be even taller than that. Speaking of taller players, Michael's also a tall player. Wearing number 2. Shaved head, ready to play. And a big collision there. And let's see, it's going to go to the Wolves. I'll tell you again who the officials are. The head of referee is Izmir Pekmich. You also have Casey Phillips, Brian Ficar. And our 4th referee right here in front of us is Edgar Osorio. Ball formed up in the back by the defense. That's a large number there for number 75. Alan Wang. Ball scooped up by Gal. He'll bring it the other way. He likes to throw it out there. In this case, looks like he's going to take a kick at it. Wind should be with the St. Louis team here in the first half. It's a little bit of a side breeze, but if you see the flag there behind him, it's going with him. That's a long boot by the big keeper. 3/4 of the way down the pitch. Ball headed around, third, fourth, fifth time. Now headed down to the ground. Ball sent into the box, and a good D by Dunwell. Ball flicked back toward Michaels, now fighting his way through. That's going to be Messerly. Messerly works it, but it's kicked away. Kept around the line, and the side official says no, it was out. That was Thornton working on the side there for the Wolves. So it'll be Sal Caruso who will throw it in again. Caruso has a long throw. He'll put it in the middle of the box. So it's very close to having a corner. Anytime you have him throwing the ball in, you got that wind blowing pretty much toward the keeper. So you want to keep that in the back of your mind as well as the ball comes in. And here's the throw, long throw, deep in the box. Michael's high in the air. He can't come down with it. Defense now controlling it. Ball moves around. That was Stephen May. Sends it into Michaels. Caruso also there. Defense there takes Michaels down. Ball sent back to the far side. Good shoulder-to-shoulder work there by the defense. Player tossed down. Referee says play on. Defense well shaped there, and they flick it back to the keeper. Once again, you can kind of hear that wind roaring. As we're glad you're with us here. A championship day here. The U.S. Youth Soccer National Championship Series. Region 2, Midwest region, representing 13 states. These two teams in the U19 emerging as the top two teams playing now for the championship. Still no score. Moving on into probably 10th or 15th minute of this first half. Good action here from both of these squads as the keepers. A couple of good saves already. And of course Caruso, he'll go to the other side as well. He backs off about 10 or 15 yards and he'll run up to throw this ball in, put it in the middle of the box. What a weapon that is. Here it comes. Punched out. Tapping in there to take care of it. Now it's going to be potential here of a rush as they turn it the other way. Dunwell keeps it on the ground. Sends it over to his teammate Salamani. Salamani, the future Michigan Wolverine. Down the left-hand side. Marked up well by two players and dispossessed. Sent toward midfield. Michaels comes rushing in. Sent back, and the team will organize and run it back in the back. Hear that wind whipping through. Good job there as it's brought the other way. Long ball. That ball sent into the box. Let's see who controls that. It's going to be a ball into the goal. Great long pass. Comes down to the chest of Caleb Jackson. He controls it, makes a nifty move to the top of the box, puts it in with his left foot, lower left corner. And the score is completed. 1-0 here for St. Louis. So St. Louis steps in with the score. I'll try to see. I believe the assist came from Ryan Matteo. And that score in the 13th minute here of the first half. See the nice long pass in there and controlled. Little nifty move in the box, and he puts it in with that left foot. Good job. There's Salamani now rushing forward, trying to turn it back the other way. This Wolf team not accustomed to being behind. They were behind yesterday 2-1, had to come back from that deficit. They tied it up with a late goal from Dunwell. took it into extra time and then into PKs to make it to this championship game. Tappenden will bring it up. He'll toss it out on the far side. A lot of space over there. Space out there for USYS. Now brings it back the other side, reversing field. That's going to be Thornton working it forward. Trying to get it up to Dunwell, however, Mullen is there. Ball on the pitch. Sent to the middle of the pitch, and that's a nice play there. Zingas now in the midfield, now sends it back to the defense. Just out of the range on this near side. Good job by this St. Louis team. They don't have but one or two substitutes. We see 3 or 4 over here for the Wolves team. A lot of these players, Division II, Division I players in their own right. Talking to some of the parents, only 2 players on the St. Louis team who do not play college soccer. U19, you would expect that. Folks showing up yesterday to watch and see these teams play because their sons or daughters, sons play in college with them, maybe play in different universities. Marquette University, I believe, the one that we heard of yesterday. So that ball kept in, headed back toward midfield. Bounding high, trying to gain control. Selemani, good speed. Comes down the near side. He's a threat wherever he is. Good, actually kind of tripped from behind. No whistle. Now there's a whistle. Let's see what the call is. And the head official lets it come this way. Looked like there was a tug on the shoulder of Selemani. Coach McCarthy, of course, lobbying for that same call as Selemani works his way back up the pitch slowly. Nice foot there put into that ball, and Adam Michaels working it around, heads it now, he settles it. Works the near side, it goes off the Wolves. It'll be a throw in. Let's see if Caruso does the chore. Here he comes. I don't know if he can toss it into the box from here, but he'll still take care of the duties. Caruso, a little pressure from behind. Working with his teammate Matteo. Sent back and organizing back on the defensive side. That's Luke Nash, excuse me. Caruso now with the ball, sends it down the line. That's going to trail across the line. It'll be a throw in for the Wolves. As I mentioned, region number 2 here for the championship. Teams from all across the country involved in championships, trying to move through and become national champions. These teams with a good history of their own. We'll tell you more about that here at halftime. Ball is way off the field and they have to track it down. Crowds continue to gather over here near the general information tent. I'm sure they're probably presenting some of the trophies and accolades for the first matches of the day. Fans gathering around. Ball sent deep. That's ball sent across Luke Nash now to Adam Michaels. And finally the defense of the Wolves pulls it away. Right back again. Drives the coach crazy when you just turn it right back over to the other team. Very little possession here. Now St. Louis trying to possess the ball on the backside. Working it up on the side to Messerly. Messerly turns, looks at his options, sends it down the side toward Michaels. It'll be out of play. Fans on the far side, early match, looking right into the sun, a little bit higher up in the sky now. So beautiful day here, probably in the mid-70s. Little breeze. Like that breeze to keep the bugs away. Still no score here. You see that on your screen there. We're glad you're with us. Youth Soccer National Championship Series, Turbo Sports. Glad to bring you this presentation. Jeremy Sullivan and Chase Neidig doing the producing. Camera crew working hard as well. Very plush grass here. A lot of soccer facilities will have very short grass. The ball will skid around. This one is a thick grass, very plush. You'll see the ball settle pretty easily. Ball headed around in the midfield, trying to fight for possession. Matteo now boots it toward Michaels. Good job by the defender there. That was Benjamin Thornton. Ball flicked away. Let's see, there'll be a rush down the side. That's going to be Segberg. Couldn't quite control it, however. It'll be a throw in for the Wolves. And the head referee overrules that one, says it'll be a throw in for St. Louis. Caruso might back up and try to toss this one into the box. He's got a good target in there. Adam Michaels, who scored yesterday, scored the first goal in the 3-0 victory. And sure enough, he backs up 10, 15 yards. He jogs in, and here's the throw. It'll be a deep throw into the box. Michaels is there. He flicks it back. Segberg's also, and now finally taken down by Tappenden. But every throw in that area is going to be an adventure throughout this match. What a weapon that is. Tappenden lays it down on this plush carpet and boots it. Salamani fighting for it. Now Dunwell, he's knocked down from behind. That'll be a foul. Let's see, looks like there'll be a little chat here. Head referee did not pull the card out. He just had a little conversation. Working forward, that's going to be ball sent back to the other side, and defense is there. Let's see, we had some activity behind the play. Referee sees it and blows the whistle. Luke Nash kind of does the old fake kick. Now he backs off. Kind of see where the defense will go. Everybody looks like they're already tired. They've had 4 matches in the last 4 days. 5th match here today, and bodies have to be a little bit tired, even at 19. Ball sent toward the back of the box. Segberg there, he tries to settle, but he's going to head it out of play. It'll be a keeper kick. It looks like we have our first substitute ready to come in here in the next minute or two. Going to be checking in here. That's going to be Hayden Sparrow. Getting some instruction from his coach. Coach Barney Boyce helped Denny Sparrow, Gerald Michael. On the other side, Ed McCarthy, head coach Sabrina Pollock, and Sam Chiab. Apologies on that pronunciation if it's not correct. Wolves with the ball. Salamani now works it. Too many shirts right there in that area, not real good spacing, and that gives it right back over to St. Louis. Michaels now works it to the corner. He's going to put it into the box. Fighting in there, but cleared away. Good job by the defense. Sent right back in. You better not blink because the ball will be right back at your feet. Good action here. Now a little bit of space on this near side. That's going to be Thornton who works it up. Thornton, good height. A lot of length there as he works up the field. Dunwell now turns. Sends it into the middle of the pack. Far side, Salamani controls it. Takes it in near the top of the box. Taken down. And that's going to be a set piece right outside the box. And looks like he's... Salamani went down hard. Looked like a knee in the thigh. Hard to tell from where we are. But Salamani's slow to get up. This is almost the exact spot where, I believe it, number 7, and I'll get you the exact name here. Brad Dunwell yesterday had a very similar play to this, just outside the box. He put it in the top corner. That was the second goal to tie up that match with Chicago, the Chicago Fire. So we'll see what he does here today. As referee Nekmich backs up the wall about 10 yards. Michael's in the middle, turned around. He's got looks like five teammates there. A lot of fighting going on. It's tapped right into the wall. That'll be a corner. Looks like Dunwell will also do the honors on the corner. Well, you've got a good player in there in Adam Michaels. This looks like he's 6'2", 6'3". Good target for his teammates. A lot of taller players here. The keeper himself, 6'3", 6'4", Guile. Ball headed around. It's loose in the box and finally cleared out. Defense there. They're right back in. Ball sent near side. I believe that was Thornton, cleared away there by the defense. Now sent back in by the Wolves. Still trying to form up and organize here as the defense is there. Ball sent into the box. Selemani there. Looks like he's over there. Guile now scoops it up and tells everybody, let's slow it down. Takes control. Some of the names, players for the Wolves that playing on defense. Zingas. Also back there, Thornton. We mentioned him several times. Back with you here as we see the substitutes who have entered the game. We'll get those for you. Checking in is going to be Ethan Bear. He does the throw in. Also checking in Hayden Sparrow. We mentioned his name. Feel that wind. You can hear it blowing. If you're here, you can feel that cool breeze. Feels great, actually. All in the middle of the field there, and that was Mullen. Ball bounding around and out of play. That'll be Thornton. Looks like he'll take the throw in. Looking down the line, throws it into the wind. Ball tapped around. Good collision there. Let's see. Looks like that was Kevin Nimmo took the worst of that one. He went down. Looks like he's okay. Referee trying to control things. This is probably, I'd say it's not much doubt that this would probably be the most intense and most physical of all the championships, the U19 boys. Although they're all pretty physical and all pretty intense, these guys really go at it. Good D there by Bear, who just checked in. Ethan Bear with the fresh legs. Ball chased down near the field behind us here, and there'll be a toss in. Looks like Thornton who will throw it in once again. Selemani working to get open. Ball goes to him, right back to Thornton. A lot of pressure there. Good pressure put on by Matteo. Ball right in the box, left foot. And good defense there. That was a lot of traffic right in front of Guile, and they cleared it away. So the Wolves will mount up another attack. Ball trickles out of bounds. It'll be a throw. St. Louis saw a little bit of escaped a little bit of pressure right there from the Wolves. Like I said, not unaccustomed behind yesterday 2-1, quite a bit of the second half of their match, coming back and scoring late, taking that match into extra time, going the full 30 minutes of extra time into PKs and winning against a very good Chicago team. A couple players that actually play on both have played in the past on both of those clubs, so players that know each other pretty well. Ball flicked by Matteo. Coming back toward the defenders. They're going to reshape, organize once again, spread out. Make the defense respond. Nemo works it forward. Sends it over to his teammate. They're going to organize, and the defense organizing and the offensive organizing as well. Taking their time. Now ball sent through. Looking for Selemani. Following it up is Thornton. He tries to flick it in. Selemani chose to go to the left. The ball was to the right. Got a long ball. That's deep. Headed now, booted down the pitch. Matteo turns. Sends it over to Sparrow. They're going to have a chat here with the fourth official, and he's going to tell them that the ball will actually go to the Wolves. That's a good job by the referee team of communicating. A little bit of question there, and Sparrow catches. Let's see, that was Pagani who went down. Looks like he's still in a little pain there as he hops up. His number is 15. Yeah, Chase Pagani. I misspoke a minute ago, said that was Nemo. That's the second time he's gone down with a hard hit. Still limping. And ball sent to the other side. Long ball that retrieved there, and Selemani flying down the far side. Salvatore Caruso taps it out. Nickname, well, shorter name Sal. Ball quickly up the pitch, and that ball will run back the other side, and Coach Boy's telling his players, just stay where you are. So we have our, once again, here we are moving through this first half. St. Louis squad up 1-0. Ball sent into the Wolves offense. Defense there for St. Louis trying to take it away. Good press there by number 42, that's Stephen May. So Thornton gets the ball, throws it in right in front of his coach McCarthy and the bench. Dunwell works it up, trying to mount an attack. Michaels with a quick pressure there. Came up empty. Ball sent down the pitch. It's going to be in the corner. Kept in play. Right on the line. Linesman looking very carefully to see that it doesn't go out. A lot of contact here. Two players on the pitch. Ball sent across to the far side. Working it forward, that's Alan Wang, number 75. Big number. We saw some big numbers in the early match as well. The girls U17, number 83. Had a number 75 as well. A couple substitutes getting ready to go in. Ball flicked back. Sent right here toward us in our position. Good job by Sparrow. He possesses it. Comes the other way. Ball sent down toward the corner. That one's going to roll out. And let's see if that's going to give time for the subs to come in. Looks like it will. This will be Bradley Wong. Bradley Wong as well as Matthew Alain. Unless it's misspelled and it's Allen, but Matthew Alain coming out. Substitutes for the players Connor Pollock, and also coming out I believe is Nathan McLean. So it'll be a throw in for the Wolves. Here it comes into the wind. Sent back. Ball control there. May sends it back in. Working it up the pitch is Messerly. Sends it off the side to Sparrow. Sparrow works it around. Sends it into the box, and 3 black shirts surround it. Pagani now sends it over to, I believe that's Dunwell. Back out to Thornton. Dunwell works up past Michaels. Sends it into the midfield. Good job there, getting it over to teammate Nemo. Ball all the way down. Pitch hustling back. That's going to be Luke Nash. Pressure put on both ways there. Quick throw in. Back to Salamani. A little give and go. Ball flicked around. Now control. Sitting on the right hand side. Salamani with speed. Little burst there. Sends it back across. It looks like he had crossed the line. Salamani, very active, quick player. Played out in California with the, I believe it's Santa Clara or Santa Barbara. I don't get that mixed up, but now going to be a Michigan Wolverine, keeping with the Wolves theme. Bradley Wong and playing some defense, just subbing in. Organizing in the back, and teammates talking to each other, trying to encourage each other. Sometimes have to scold each other a little bit as well. Ball sent forward. Salamani tried to flick it there. The defense was right there. Michaels there as well. Puts pressure on. That's going to go out into the crowd. Once again, thank you for joining us here. U.S. Youth Soccer National Championship Series. Turbo Sports Group also doing the work. Jeremy Sullivan, our producer, our cameraman behind the rafters. Weather has cooperated very well. Salamani now works it round. Sends it across, but just across the line. It'll be a throw. Coach McCarthy now on one knee trying to figure out what to do with this St. Louis squad. St. Louis team with only 1 or 2 substitutes. And as we watched the game yesterday, the semifinals, I think they were down to 1 sub as one of the players was hurt. Wong sends it back. Ball sent to midfield. Custer coming across. Good balance there. It was a collision, but staying on his feet. That's going to be Wong working it in. Sends it back toward the middle. The D was there to get a foot on it. I'll tell you what, Sparrow has come in as a sub and really added some energy to this St. Louis team. And the ball turned, and see if anybody's on that side. Looks like, thought that there would be a player up ahead, but getting there a little bit late. Matthew Alain, who subbed in. Salamani now works it around Messerly. Still working it. Done well there to try to regroup as Messerly ends up with possession. And a wasted possession as it goes out of bounds immediately. It'll be a throw in for the Wolves. Wolves in black, white numbers. St. Louis in the white uniforms, look like navy blue numbering. Maybe a little pinstripe on the jersey. Ball flicked back there by the Wolves, now working it across. You see all the motion going to the left now. Ball down low, and that's going to be off the Wolves. And it'll be a kick in there from the big keeper, Thomas Guile. I wish I had the exact height of Guile. He is a giant. Looks like a young NBA player out there. You see him coming back through. Probably not the quickest guy, but you see how tall he is when he comes up beside the goal. Sets that ball down. He can also kick the ball a mile, and we'll see that right here as well. He's going to have the wind help him somewhat. Gets it up in the air. Good 10, 15 yards over midfield. The St. Louis team takes advantage and sends it across. It's going to be headed toward the corner. Thornton will chase that one down. Pressure from Sparrow. Nice ball. Bent. That one stayed in. Matteo works it in. Done well. Ball ends up at his feet, and he controls it back to his defenders. A lot of instruction from the sidelines. You wonder how much they hear, but obviously it's entertaining to hear them work. Salamani works it forward. Ball trickles out, and looks like we've got a corner. We do, as both teams trot to take their places for the set piece. I'll see how much time is left here in this. Looks like we've about 5 minutes left here in this first half. So here comes the corner after they retrieve the ball. Once again, most matches you would have ball boys, ball girls. In this one, the players themselves usually have to chase the ball down, so they get a little breather as they reset. It'll be the right foot. Looks like, I don't know, that's a header, but it's going to be up over the bar, and you see Guile right there just reaching up. He can almost grab the bar without even jumping. He's got the height. Might not have the quickness. Brings that ball up, sets it up, and once again, a little bit of a side breeze this match, but a breeze that actually helps him out some and sends it across. This one will go way down the pitch. That ball will run all the way to the other end, and chasing it down, that's going to be the Wolves actually trickle out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in. Fiscus, James Fiscus was down there working with it. Let's see who does the honors on the throw. It looks like Ethan Bear will throw quickly. Bear back to Matteo. He's double teamed and sends it back to Bear. In the corner, Sparrow now taking off the ball and goes out. Looks like they're going to be, this will be a goal kick for Tappenden. Peter Tappenden, T-A-P-P-E-N-D-E-N. He'll set it down. Now he has the task of kicking it into the wind. So you'll see the difference here as it probably will land maybe even shy of midfield. High in the air. It's going to carry pretty well. About 5 yards past midfield. Good boot by the keeper. Sent back in, headed back toward the defense. Matteo sends it right back in. And that's going to be Caleb Jackson. That ball sent way out. Let's see if it's chased down by one of the fans or if the players have to go get it. Right under one of our camera stands. Once again, 5 different championships going on at the same time. Great activity here. They've got a wonderful setup here, well organized. The parking, the medical crews, information staff, the information booth, merchandise, all going on. That ball just past Sparrow, and the defense will take advantage. They'll try to work it up. Wong working here right in front of us. They don't get the ball to him, but they're working that way. Now a ball that's going deep. That's toward Elaine. Matthew Elaine now sent back toward Guile. He'll boot it out of there. And when he boots it, it goes. Ball headed out toward of Coach McCarthy. Puts his head down and does not like what he's seeing right now with his team. A little frustration there. I'm sure at halftime they'll kind of regroup and see what they can do. They did that yesterday. Chicago Fire, really good team. A lot of Division I players on that team. And talked to some of the fans yesterday about how the St. Louis team, they've played together for a long time. These guys, they may not be the Division I players. They may be a little smaller schools, but the fact that they've played together, they know what to expect from one another. Put that together, and it sometimes is more deadly as far as a soccer opponent than even the higher skills. A lot of talent on this pitch right here in the championship of the U19. Ball settled and brought forward. A little space. Salamani now turns, sends it down the right-hand side. That'll be a ball sent in the box, and a little bit too much foot on that one. That one's going to roll way off. Guile will get a little bit of help. I was about to grab a ball yesterday that had gone away from one of the teams, and one of the fans said, no, make them get it. Well, obviously, the opponent. So here, Guile ready to put it into play. We're quickly approaching halftime. Guile puts it way down the pitch once again. Ball into the corner. There's Sparrow. He works around, and both players go down. He hops back up, and this time comes through, and that was a very tough tackle in the box. Got the ball, however, so referee says play on. Sparrow back up now. Took a shot to the ankle with that diving effort by the defense. Thornton now right down the line. He's going to bring it back up. Wong is there, taps it back. All settled, but the whistle will be blown for halftime. And so as we go to halftime, it's the St. Louis Gallager squad up by 1-0 over the Wolves of Michigan. So we'll take a break right here. We'll be back, talk about some of our sponsors, go over a little bit of the highlights from this first half. And once again, we're glad you're with us. Hope you'll take a break as well. And we've got your seat right here when you come back. So come back and join us here from Appleton, Wisconsin, Fox Cities. It's the Region 2 National Championship Series Regional Championship. And the Michigan Wolves down by 1. It's 1-0 St. Louis as we go to halftime. And welcome back, folks. As we take our halftime break here, we'll kind of run through our sponsors a little bit as we tell you once again a little bit about these two teams, how they got here. And then we're going to show you the goal from the first half, a couple replays, let you see that. Of course, this St. Louis Gallager team up 1-0. Coach Barney Boyce, head coach of the team. They got here with 4 games coming in. They defeated the Wisconsin squad out of Waukesha Blue, 3-0. They had a tie against the CRSA ISC team out of Iowa. That was a 1-1 match. Then they took on the Westside United Green out of Indiana, won 4-2. And as we said yesterday, taking on the Cincinnati Cup Gold team, and they won 3-0. So they're here in this championship via 3 victories and 1 draw. As you see, once again, thank you to our sponsors. A lot of great places. I'm getting hungry reading that, Jeremy. Olive Garden, Sports Authority. So Coach Ed McCarthy of the Wolves out of Michigan, in the Detroit area, Ann Arbor area, and coming in here, had a 4-0 victory over Lexington FC White. That was a Kentucky squad. Took on then the Pacesetter Villa Red team out of Ohio in the North Division. They won 3-0. Then their draw was against the Kansas Premier Soccer Sporting. That was the 1-1 match. And then, as we said yesterday, taking on Chicago Fire in the semifinal, winning 3-2 in PKs. They came back from a 2-1 deficit to tie it up, and then took extra time. No scores in extra time, but then in the PK round, they came through with the victory. So they're here and taking on. Let's see if we can get a good look at this goal early. It was a pretty quick play at the ball that started out in the midfield and came through to Caleb Jackson, and you see the ball on the left-hand side of the goal as the celebration begins. But a ball that was well struck comes down. He works it back to the left, puts it in the left-hand side, but a ball that came almost probably 30, 40 yards down the pitch over his shoulder, settled it down, put it in on the left-hand side. The only goal we've had in this match. And so the Wolves coming out as they regroup, and they'll try to pull things together here in this second half. We'll take about a 30-second break. We'll be right back for the second half, the U19 Boys Championship, Region 2. And welcome back as we feel that wind really picking up again. I don't know if you can feel it where you are. You can probably hear it. But as we get ready to go here, the line judge is in place after they go and check the netting. Now, Jeremy, our producer, and I were discussing that. It's kind of like a little marching band thing as they're in sync, going down, checking the nets on both goals, make sure they're correct before they go to their positions. And here we go. St. Louis in the white, up by 1. Wolves of Michigan in black, trying to work the ball inside. They came back from a deficit yesterday. That ball quickly attacked on Tappenden. It's off to the left-hand side. So goalkeeper Tappenden will have to chase it down. He goes to retrieve it, but very quickly St. Louis put the pressure on. They were up 1-0 yesterday against Cincinnati, came back and scored 2 goals in the second half. Try to give you the names of the scorers. Yesterday it was Adam Michaels, I believe, who had the first goal. Then coming through, Caleb Jackson. We talked about him. He scored earlier in this match. And then finally, the final goal by Messerly. A good job by this St. Louis team yesterday to get to this point, a 3-0 victory over Cincinnati. And we welcome you family, friends who can't be here. Probably would rather be here. However, we're going to try to do our best to bring you the action, let you see all the plays and enjoy the comforts of your own home or your car, wherever you might be, and join us here for this championship match. Messerly goes up. He's knocked down, and the referee says play on. Messerly gets up looking around like, where is he? That was a big collision with one of the Wolves. The ball coming right in front of us here. Tapped down. That's Ethan Bear, who's in. He was a sub in the first half. He goes ahead and starts the second half. Lets the ball run through. Nice job by Dunwell. He's in the right place at the right time to get that ball. Marked up well, however, there by Segberg. Dunwell once again tries to send it to the middle of the field. Now sends it on forward. Ball sent out with some pace way out of here. Once again trying to make sure the voice comes through instead of the wind here. Wind really picking up to the advantage. Right now it'd be the advantage of the Wolves. They have the wind blowing pretty much with them. It's kind of a crosswind coming from the far side to the near side. Flags straight out. Had some rough weather here in the last few days here in the Illinois, Wisconsin area, more down toward Chicago. This will be Caruso with the throw in. He has a long throw in. He's going to be throwing into the wind, but he'll put it out there. Sends it toward Michaels. Tapped around. Selemani comes away with it. You can tell Selemani with the orange shoes. Dunwell as well with the bright orange shoes. Michael, quick roll around. He's back up, however. Ball flicked over to the near side. That's going to be Zingas. Keeps it right in play. That was Pollock who let that ball run. And Messerly was within a hair of getting loose there with a run to the net. Selemani now working it around. Caruso comes the other way. He's going to kick it right to us. Kept in play by Sparrow, who's done a good job since he's subbed in. Good job by Zingas to follow up that play. It was a standstill and then had a little push down there, no call. Bear now works around, sends it toward Michaels in the middle of the field. Working it through is Segberg. Gets it over to, that's Messerly. Ball comes through. They said play on, and they will. Coming the other way. Trying to find the Connor Pollock now sends it back the other way. Pagani now plays it. It's going to be the defense trying to get things organized and set up the play. Happened and across the pitch. Ball sent in towards Selemani. If he can turn toward the middle of the field, he does. He gets past Luke Nash, and as a shot, that's up off the bar. It's going to be a good save there by Gal. You can't get it over him, but he punched it up over the bar. Didn't have to jump, just punched it with both hands, and it'll be a corner. Let's see if it's going to be in the far corner. I believe Dunwell is the player that will do the honors on the corners for the Wolves. Brad Dunwell. Got to speak with his mom was here yesterday. I believe it was his mom we chatted with, and he had actually played with the Chicago team as well. As the ball comes in, a shot that's high and deep, far right, and it goes toward the crowd that is gathered off to the right side. You would think that Jordan Spieth or more Rory McIlroy was over there hitting a putt. The crowd is so big. The Women's World Cup in play as well right now. U.S. playing China on Friday, I believe it is. This right here at the moment is the focus of Appleton, Wisconsin, the U.S. Youth Soccer Championships, National Championship Series. Wolves now, a little space there. Sent to the right side. Working it in, now taking it toward the midfield with left foot. Shot up off the defender, settled. Top of the box, out of the corner. Dunwell works it back out. Left foot shot, and it's scooped up by Gall. He goes down low on this one. And a quick throw out of there. I believe that's Jackson he's working it up to. Actually, Segberg's, and he's grabbed right around the midfield. And it may be a card here. Let's see. Dunwell gets the yellow card and has a few words with the official about what about some other contact. I think he thought was deserving of a whistle as well. Referee now putting his cards away. Backs up into position and ready to go. Ball sent in. St. Louis once again in the white navy numbers. Little stripes, horizontal stripes on the shirts. Other side you have the Wolves in black with the white numbers. Kind of interesting font on their numbers. Ones look a little bit like a 7. And it's going to be Caruso with that long toss, and he's going to have the wind really behind him here. Even the crosswind is going with him. And here it comes. That's going to be deep in the box, headed away. Good job by the defense. Messerly sends it back in. A dangerous cross there for the Wolves. Little back flick and picked up by Tappenden. For those of you who've seen the ESPN, the double bicycle kick for a goal in a high school match. That was in our hometown here, Jeremy and myself, of Charleston, South Carolina. And the ball comes into Guile. Obviously a video shot by one of the parents, but nonetheless, #1 highlight of the day when that took place. Hard enough getting one bicycle kick, but a double. Pretty amazing. We saw a little bit of a back kick there. Guile puts it in play. He kicks it into the wind, still gets it deep into the Wolf territory. Ball bouncing around now, controlled in the midfield, quickly marked up, sent back. Fighting through, there's Messerly working it in. He's evading traffic, just weaves his way through. Top of the box, now to Michaels. Michaels dispossessed and now coming the other way. Near side. Ball goes way off into the other field. Nobody wants to go get it. Let's see who has to chase after it. That was Connor Pollock who in on that play. A few clouds gathering in the distance as we move a little deeper into the second half. Wolves trying to even it up, down by 1 goal. That goal scored back in the 13th minute. I can't see if it's, looks like a possible injury there to Zingis. He's slow to come back to the field. Big collision there. And the foul this time is called on St. Louis. Dunwell will put it into play. Zingis, Dunwell, Selemani, 3 of the players with the bright orange shoes. Ball sent toward middle of the pitch, and Michaels goes up against the defender. Dunwell works it back to the left. Nifty move there. Gets free momentarily. Moving it up is Wang now. He'll see it come right back to him. Coach Boyce really getting into it with his team, realizing the significance here. Just a few minutes away, they're up by 1. Michaels, good toss there by Messerly as he saw Michaels had a little bit of daylight, put it to where he could possibly get to it, but a quick recovery down there by Fiskus to put it out of play. Once again, the defense really has to be on their toes. Chasing it is Sparrow. He'll bring it back across. I don't see where Caruso is in the back, center back or right back, so he's not going to do the throw on this one. Little back flick, a heel flick there towards Sparrow. Headed away by May. Still working up tight. That's going to be Jake Peters, wearing number 6. And good fight there. Sparrow goes up for it, but comes away empty. Headed back into play. Good job there. That's going to be a 2-point takedown by May. Trying to get a number here for one of the Wolves players. Connor Pollock, number 3. Very active on that particular play. Zingas shaking off some of the contact he had earlier. Lots of communication from the keepers. A little water here for a couple of Wolves players. Zingas really doesn't have time to get, had a cup of water handed to him, had to throw it down. Nice ball there. We saw Pollock, that's right there. Nash brings it forward. May. Peters. Michaels racing in, can't get to it. I believe that's Pagani. He's number 15. Thornton works it forward. Selemani now with it. Again, you can tell by the orange shoes. Very quick player, Selemani. Will be a Wolverine at University of Michigan this coming fall, if my sources are correct. And Coach Boyce not real happy with how slow everybody's moving up the pitch. Once again, this is the 5th day, 5th match for these teams. And the legs and the whole body, I'm sure, very tired. Long ball from Kyle, deep, almost into the box. It's going to be Messerly, does a little flick right back to him. He's going to settle it, takes a whack at it, and it's going to be wide right up over the U.S. Youth Soccer advertisement into the 7th hole of the miniature golf course. Tapping and checks it over. That'd be a great name for a golfer. Tap it in. Tapping in. Wind blowing ever so strongly. I'd see the clouds gathering. Doesn't look like there'll be any precipitation before this match would end, but maybe in the near future. Ball set down the far side, and looks like the wind will take that one out of play. Selemani chases that one down so he can turn right around and throw it back in. Actually, it'll be Caruso. Selemani doing him a favor. Caruso has that long throw in, but this case, well, he is going to take advantage of it. Launches it deep. Michaels is there. Seems to be a target of the throws. Good ball there from, and Sparrow racing across with Zingas. Okay, he grabbed the second ball, threw it in. Make sure the other one doesn't come back in. Wang sends it in the middle toward Dunwell. Flicked away by May. Working down the side is Nimmo. St. Louis defenders had no trouble finding Nimmo. Throw in. Ball down the side, coming in. Wang now brings it back in toward Dunwell. Toward Selemani, he turns, but it's flicked away by the defense. I believe that was Mullen. Haven't called his name much, but he's out there right in the middle of all those defensive plays. See if this will be a throw-in from Zingas. Some of the substitutes helping chase down that ball. Emo sends it down the corner. Zingas keeps it on the ground into the box. Flicked away by Sparrow. Michaels, good job of flicking it toward Messerly. It's going to go right back to him. Defense is there. Big collision. And a collision not only in the air, but also when they landed on the ground. Caruso comes up, doesn't get the ball. Ball still moving forward for the Wolves. Rice could be a run coming in the side of the box. Ball in the middle, headed by Solani and over the bar. Had a good opportunity there. And Coach Boyce not happy with the defense there. So Gal was there, but Selemani had an opportunity to put that one down. He couldn't get on top of it to bring it down below the bar. It went up over the bar. As you see, the opportunity squandered. But a good rush as the Wolves put together a good play there. Let's see if they can do that again when they have another opportunity. Both teams looking very tired as you see them kind of walking down the pitch. Michaels rushes up, heads that one. Selemani trying to control it. Little contact there. Ball sent on the far side. Trying to get the name there of McLean. He's got it with the yellow shoes, and Emo works it through. Trying to get it before it gets to the end line. Let's see what we've got here. Looks like there was a ball that got across the line, so it'll be a kick for Guile. Once again, the wind picking up a little bit. Not so much right in his face, but really going right to left from the far side of the field to the near side. The camera's on the near side. That one kind of shanked, and it looks like it will run out. Guile not happy with himself there. Looks like one of the golf shots I might hit. Slicing out of bounds. Caruso up over Selemani and heads it out of play. Not as many fans as we had earlier for the U17 girls game. Either that or the fans are hiding over there behind the chairs and trees. A 10 o'clock start here, Central Time. And the referee might be able to check with him here soon and find out exactly how much time remains. It's going to be a kick in for Dunwell. He'll be able to set it down, get a free kick about 8-10 yards across midfield. He sends it across to Wang. Wang taken away. Sparrow takes it away. Comes down. He sends it in toward Michael. Michael tries to get a good touch on it. And looked like there might have been a lot of contact there. I believe it was Pagani who got shoved. But the referee says play on. Ball sent to Messerly. Turns back to his right foot. Blocked well by Zingas. Zingas moving forward. Got him working down the pitch. Bear now. Back over to May. Zingas working really hard trying to put the pressure on. Sparrow. Now Dunwell. He turns. Takes it toward the sideline. Evades a couple of defenders. Sends it forward. And then Bear boots it out of play. A lot of encouragement from the sidelines. This is a championship. They've given it all they can give here. Pollock with the throw in. And Coach Boyce complaining about the throw in, saying it wasn't an actual throw, it just dropped it Ball sent in. That's McLean over there on the far side going up against Nash. Luke Nash, one of the captain for this St. Louis squad. And a shove down there. That'll be a freak. I think Salamani draws the foul or commits the foul. I believe that's Nash who drew it. It's kind of neat to interact with some of these players and some of the fans and the parents. Also in this neighborhood, we're in the middle of a suburb type of neighborhood here, and some of the folks who live here just come out because they want to see some good soccer. Just come and sit and watch some championship soccer on this day. They were out yesterday watching the semifinals. You come up and ask somebody which team they're with, and they say neither one. We're just here to watch some good soccer. That ball flicked out of play. It was Sparrow and Nemo going at it. Coach McCarthy has to get into it and chase that one down. Every second counts at this point when you're down in the second half. Ball thrown pretty deep, but right to the head of one of the Wolves. Good ball movement there. Tight quarters, good control. Ball taken away now. The defense turns it around. Salamani, far side, sends it back to Thornton. It's a long way across that pitch. We can pick up those numbers pretty well on that black jersey with the white numbering. We've had no substitutes here in the second half. It's been everybody giving it all they've got. I'm sure our camera guys up on the scaffolding really getting some breeze. And just feel it coming through. It feels great for those who are in the hot parts of the country. Down the pitch now. Player goes down. I believe that was Nemo went down. He's asking for the foul. No foul given. There's May. Gets it over to Segbergs, I believe that is. Yes, it is. Meshley turns it around. Again, Segbergs got high in the air on that header. I don't know if you could see it from the angle there with the cameras, but he was way up in the air. Won that ball easily. Now Michael, he's another tall player. A little bit of chippiness right now as these teams going at it. Coach McCarthy looking for some assistance from the officials. That was a handball. That ball up right over our cameraman. And it trickles back out. Referee getting instruction from the coaches. Here we go. Throw in. Wolves control it and ball out. Let's see. It's going to be Bear who pops it across. And our fourth official here stepping over near Coach McCarthy of the Wolves. He's really getting into the trying to get some little bit of leverage here on the officials. Segberg now surrounded by three black shirts now. And just outside the box, that's going to be May. He retrieves it, sends it back over to Peters. Peters turns the corner, comes around on the right side, sends it into the box. There's a lot of contact there. No whistle. Ball settled by Bear. Bear, that play interrupted well by Nemo. And we have a collision. Sparrow can't believe that the foul was on him. And Coach Boy said, hey, got to move on. Don't worry about that. Sparrow came in as a sub, and he has stayed in the remainder of this time and has played very well. Working it up is Nemo. Done well. Faked a big boot there, and Segbergs took the fake. Salamani now working down the far side, passes right by Caruso. Sends it over to teammate McLean. He works it down into the corner. Let's see if it's going to go across the end line. It does, but St. Louis knocked it out. I believe that was Segberg's on the far side. It'll be a throw-in. Don't think Coach McCarthy has anyone like Caruso. Yeah, no, don't have anybody that can really toss it in the middle of the box the way he does. Great weapon that St. Louis has. And it's going to be a foul call, kind of a delay there, as Dunwell pleading his case. Went out of bounds on the side, so Dunwell went down. He's pushed again. A lot of contact. This is a tough sport. If you're listening in and watching, you know this. Ball sent into the box and it's cleared away. Coming right back in, headed into Zingas. He turns, clicks it off a defender. Still in the corner of the box. Back outside, have to let it settle. Right foot sent to the corner. That's going to be Pagani. Into the box. Guile comes out, reaches up with his 7 or 8 foot stretch and grabs it. Wow, what a weapon that is. A defensive keeper that's about 6'4", 6'5". He is a giant out there on the pitch and does a great job getting ready to kick the ball way out. Let's see if it stays in play. The only problem is once in a while he gets a little side spin on it and takes off. Controlled by Solana. That's going to be a foul on Segberg as he basically hog-tied Salamani and pulled him around. And I think Segberg is talking to his teammates. Looked like he was pointing at the referee, but I think he was talking to his teammates about something there. Dunwell will set it down. Yesterday's match, the Wolves found themselves, and they thought it was going to be a free kick, and all of a sudden they had to retrieve it, and there's a throw-in. There was no foul. Salamani, a little trickery there, sends it across. It's going to go toward the far corner, out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in right near the corner flag. And so, first substitute of this second half getting ready to take place here in just a moment. I believe this will be Caleb Jackson. Yesterday, the first 2 goals scored for St. Louis were by Michaels and Jackson. Easy to remember. A lot of contact there, no whistle. Messerly goes down. See if he pops up. That ball sent down. Once again, this thick turf is going to slow that ball up. Hustling out is the keeper. He found kind of a dangerous pass, sent it back into play. Now sent down the pitch. Flying down there is going to be McLean, trying to gain possession. He does. He turns, takes it toward the box. He's got Salamani in the box, but the ball is taken away, dispossessed there by, I believe that was Nash. Nice play there. No, it was Mullen, Connor Mullen. Good job there, dispossessing the on. Let's see if they retrieve the ball that it went into the equipment of St. Louis. St. Louis Gallager. Scott Gallager. St. Louis Scott Gallager. Pass there toward May. He controls it. It's in the middle there. Good interception. So Salamani now works it back toward the middle of the pitch. Got a little bit of space. Feel that wind. You can hear it. Nemo now sends it back out. A little cooler breeze. Wang now works it on the near side. Sends it over to his teammate. Ball in the middle now. It's going to go out. It'll be Pollock throwing it in. And looks like the Wolves now have sent players out all along the side here to help retrieve the ball quickly, knowing that time is of the essence. And there comes another one. That's a smart strategy because if you know that that ball's just going to fly out there and you've got to go chase it down, it's going to be kicked out there quite a bit here by the team that's leading. That'll be a throw in. Dunwell sends it in, headed away by Jake Peters. Segberg tries to get to it. It's going to be Pagani. Sends it across. Dunwell turns. Quick move there. Steph Curry into the box. That's going to be a ball that's very playable. Defense is there. 3 or 4 white shirts put a halt to that play by Dunwell as he had a great opportunity. Ball booted into the parking lot, high over the evergreens. So once again, a ball that's going to go way out of play. They're going to throw the ball in and see if they can get it going. It's going to be retrieved, however. 4th row of cars. Lady with the dog walking across that one. I'll tell you what, that is a time problem here as the ball does get away. It'll be Giles. He'll put it in play. We got a sub getting ready to come in. Peters is coming out. And coming in is going to be Ryan Matteo. Matteo is the sub coming in. And the 4th official here having a little chat with the Wolves team. As I said, pretty intense all the way through. Yesterday, getting to watch the Chicago and the Wolves play was intense there as well. Flicked around. That's going to be Zingis working in. And Guile hustles out to get it just before he gets to the edge of the box. That's a quick decision. Do you let it go? Do you rush out there with the possibility of leaving an open net? A couple more substitutes getting ready to come in. That's a low ball. Hard to control, however, and it's headed out of play. Nemo heads that one out. Coming in, we're going to have number 27. I don't see a 27 on here, but maybe it's 21. Joshua Dillon. Dillon comes in. Checking out. We'll tell you who's out in just a moment. Caleb Jackson also in for St. Louis. Going to be a throw in. That will be Ethan Bear. He'll throw it in. Backs up a little bit. Trots in toward the line. That's a long throw as well. Michaels now sends it across, and it's scooped up by Tappan in front of Jackson. Got some really strong players up front right now with Segberg, Jackson, and Michaels. It's going to be May steps up. And Zingis go at it. Sparrow flicks it down the side, keeps it in play. Hustling over on the far side, that's number 12, Fiskus. Wang now with the ball, wearing number 75, works it up, little space. Now puts it deep. Salamani rushing down the pitch. Following up is going to be Dillon. He works through 2 white shirts, can't get it into his teammate on the far side, Zingis. Dunwell sees him, but he can't get the ball to him. Now he hits a low ball towards Zingis, and it's cleared away. A good job by Caruso. Caruso, a strong defensive player. Several of these players playing in schools such as Marquette, Michigan State, Indiana. Other teams, as we said, Salamani going to Michigan. A lot of the St. Louis team playing in Missouri. I believe one of the parents said Rockhurst. Maybe saying that incorrectly, but Division Division II school down in Missouri. Several of these guys play together, and they've played together over the years. Segberg right there sends it up. Now Selemani, good job by Bear of flicking that one away. Coach McCarthy getting into the ball retrieval here, trying to keep things moving. Thornton sends it up. He's moved over to the near side. He was on the far side, but he's stepped over here where the action is. Matteo now works it through the middle of traffic. Sends it back. Thornton now chests it down. Sends it over to teammate Fiskus. Send into Nemo. Everybody's pointing both ways. It's going to go to the Wolves, and we're going to have a confrontation here. The referee had a little word with, I believe that was Connor Mullen. Ball there, trying to get it to someone who might put a foot on it. That might be Selemani. He's blocked away nicely by Matteo. Wang controls it. A lot of space. Sends it on the left side. Zingas is there. He goes up, and Guile is there about a foot and a half taller with his arms out. Zingas going up as high as he possibly could, but Guile with the outstretched arms way above him. Zingas rushing in, trying to make things happen. Wang goes up against Michaels. Good hustle there by Nemo. Sends it back. However, Jackson maintains possession, works it to the left, into the box, and a ball that trickles in front of the goal, finally cleared away by the defenders. Very dangerous play there as the Wolves got a little bit slack on defense. Selemani surrounded by 3 white shirts. Caruso finds Matteo to the corner. And that'll be a corner. Get a chance, we'll try to find out how much time. Our 4th official here on the sidelines probably has the information. Looks like we're down about 7 minutes to go if our clocks sync up with the official clocks. Not sure how much added time there will be as Selemani gets a little refreshment and side here. 7 minutes is a lot of time. You have a little bit of extra time added on. Into the box, headed around. St. Louis continue to put the pressure on. Ball into the box, headed up and off to the side. That was Segber's. As we've talked before, he can leap like anything. He got up high on that one. Working their way back down the pitch. Tappenden has the wind behind him. He can put this ball pretty deep. He gets it high in the air. It's going to go about 10 yards past midfield. Segberg, tricky play there as he taps it down. Good defense, good stop, and a little slip there by McLean, I believe it is, and finally gets it down the pitch. And a lot of holding and grabbing. Michaels now with the ball, works it down the side. Good job getting it to Caruso. Selemani puts up, comes up, puts the pressure on. However, the ball already put out of play. Ball thrown in, now coming down the pitch, wind aided. Dylan taps it over towards Zingas. Zingas turns. May is right on him. Sent off to the side. Ball popped back in. Out on the far side. That's Matthew Allain who's checked in. Allen, or A-L-L-A-I-N. A-I-N. Still with it. Lane sends it in. Selemani there into the box and just wide. A good opportunity for the Wolves. Not sure who that touched. That may be a corner as it went off of the defender. So Dunwell trots across. He'll put this ball into play. Ball is way out by some of the golf carts here in this facility. Not sure how many acres are involved in this complex, but it is very large. Dunwell sets it down. About 5 minutes remaining here. He's going to have an opportunity here in this set piece. Puts the ball low and hard into the box, goes all the way through. Thornton now on the far side, sends it back in. Right on the line, but it's kept in. Ball sent back in the box, headed out by Matteo. Nemo takes a crack at it, and it's wide. Gal was there. If it had been perfectly directed toward that corner, might have gotten through. So Gal steps out. He'll put the ball in play. Gal will put it in play as he saw that one come ever so close to that corner of the net. Puts this one deep. Michaels goes up with Thornton, I believe that was, and keeps it in play. Ball kept in play by Dillon. Flicked over to Salamani. He's got a little space. Settles the high bouncing ball down. Now kicks it off a defender. It'll be another corner, and the Wolves continue to put the pressure on. Coach Boyce with a few instructions there is asking Segberg to stay out front, so at least one or two defenders will stay with him. Sure enough, two defenders come out there with him. Let's see, Elaine as well as Nimmo, but he's going to work his way back in. Into the box, caught by Gal. It's trickled down ever so down. A little shoving match ensues. And I think it's going to be Zingis. And I'm not sure who got into it with him. I think it might have been, let's see if that was Connor Mullen, possibly Michaels, but the referee steps in very quickly. But just the ball given back to the keeper. Thought there might be a couple of yellow cards there or something. But a little shoving and pushing. Obviously no punches were thrown. Ball sent to the near side. Thornton there, he lets it run out. Throw deep to Zingis. Still fired up. Takes that ball high. Zingis now trying to earn that corner. Sends it back out to Thornton. Michaels hustles over to play D. Ball sent into the middle. Salamani there, ball bounces high, and Guile comes down with it. Salamani tried a very difficult flick with his right foot. Got under it, popped it high in the air. If he could have kept it low, had an opportunity. Kind of at a redirection. Ball headed a couple of times. Segberg hustles through with 4 defenders around him. He still has the ball. Goes down the left-hand side. Takes it deep, brings it across the back line. It's going to trickle out. Let's see what the referee says. It'll be a corner. Looks like we're 1 minute. We'll find out if we have any extra time. I'm sure there's a little bit of extra time.
All the way up top. Chase higher.
Setting up for the corner. You have 4 white shirts at midfield, so the emphasis here will be on defense. A score would be icing on the cake, but more concerned about defense and a quick breakaway. Michaels controls it, knows that the clock is in his favor. Sparrow now to Matteo. Back to Michaels. He'll work it back down to the corner. Trying to get it away, get it out of that corner. Working it toward the goal. Keeping it in play. Let's see if it went over the back line. And the side judge on the far side said yes, it was. So with a little bit of extra time, we're moving down to the 90-minute mark. Ball put deep in play. Michael goes up. high above the rest of the players to head that one out. Quickly to Wang. It's going to be Thornton. Toss into Wang. He's going to put a deep ball. And Sparrow gets a foot into it. Two heads go up. Neither one makes contact. And the referee blows the whistle saying that's it. And the championship is celebrated by the St. Louis team. And I must tell you, a hard game yesterday between Chicago and this Wolves team. It took a lot out of them, and the St. Louis team came in and showed them some great play. And talking to some of the parents, they were highly impressed with the Wolves and the Fire, saying a lot of NCAA players, Division I players, and yet this team, the St. Louis team, has worked together so well. And you see the likes of Michaels and Jackson, Segberg, Caruso. You see the players that came out and played hard on defense and offense. Bear, you see Guile in the goal. Big, tall keeper, Matteo. Stephen May, Jesse Messerly. Adam Michael we mentioned. Connor Mullen, Luke Nash, Jake Peters, Segberg. They all had a part, and Hayden Sparrow came in as a substitute. Played well as these teams gather to give high fives and hugs, and great respect between the two teams. So you can go all the way back to the 13th minute. It was a long ball from about just inside midfield that came down to Jackson, who settled it, took it to the right, faked out the defender, brought it back to the left, and put it in the lower left-hand side of the goal for the winner. And so it's a 1-0 victory here for the team out of St. Louis. St. Louis Scott Gallager, the Region 2 champions for U19 boys. So once again, congratulations to both teams. Great seasons, great games and matches throughout this week for Coach McCarthy as well as Coach Boyce. So for the Turbo Sports Group, for Jeremy Sullivan and myself, our camera crew as well, and the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championship Series, we want to thank you for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed this match. It's been a tough, intense battle, and congratulations once again to both teams. But the champions coming away, St. Louis, the Scott Gallager squad, Region 2 champions. They'll move on, and we'll see them down the road. So thanks again. Hope you'll be with us soon here with U.S. Soccer. Checking out now, Turbo Sports Group, John Peters, Jeremy Sullivan. Have a great day.